Alright then, guys, what's up? What's up? Welcome. You already know it's your boy Kimari Geek 1990. If you're watching this live stream specifically on my YouTube channel, or you're specifically watching this live stream on my Twitch channel, it is just Kimari04. I know I said yesterday's live stream that I'll be doing Expedition 33, but I'm gonna now try to change things around only because I still want to have more time before I truly finish the game. Like, outside of live streaming it, I still need to like focus on a build that's gonna take out the most super hard bosses before I end the game. So, and I feel like last week and the week before that, I haven't had a chance to really do that because wait, can I? Yeah, because Resident Evil 9 was released, and I was mainly focusing on that game the most. So today I'm actually gonna start with Genshin Impact live stream. This is part 135. I know 6.4 was released. I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before that, but honestly, I don't remember at this point, but there is no main story towards it. No new one, at least. Because basically, whatever they released in the special program, it wasn't a new main part story, like an Archon quest. It was just, a side story for Varka. So I'm going to actually do this Varka side story quests, and if we have time, maybe we could do another 5-star character side story, because I know there's still a few that I have not completed yet, up to I think I'm still like one 5-star character from Fontaine that I didn't finish. There's still I think 2 more when it comes to Natlan's 5-star characters, and especially Malika. So that's 3 right there that I need to finish. And then after the Natlan characters, like Skirt, like 2 other characters I haven't finished, and now there's I think there's Durin, and then Varka. But I'm gonna do Varka because it's still somewhat kind of tied to the whole Nod-Krai story. It's just that we're now going back to Mondstadt because things are getting weird, and it has something to do with the Abyss Order as well. So that's basically the plan for today. YouTube side, if you're new to my YouTube channel, new to this live stream, or gonna watch another video once this live stream ends, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video an awesome thumbs up. Also, I appreciate you share this video to other people, let them know about my channel, the live streams I do, gameplay recording, short reel videos, or anybody who is a fan of open world type games like this one, or anybody who's just a fan of any other Horrorverse games besides this one. Yeah, I already know, send them my way. The Twitch side, if you're new to my Twitch channel or new to this Twitch live stream that is going on at this very moment, appreciate you hit that follow button and share my Twitch channel to other people. Let them know about the live streams I do there. So I'm gonna turn this controller on. And a quick update. to my characters. I said quick update to my characters. I have double crown Flint, double crown Calabina, double crowned Anefa. Unfortunately, when it comes to Sucrose, it needs more than that. I don't even know how much. I don't know if this is just a 4-star character type thing, or if this is just because of the new boost that she got from the Hex and yeah, like this one. I don't know if this is, but because I never crowned a 4-star character. Heck, I never crowned. I never crowned a 5-star until now. These 3. So for anything, what are we doing here? I still got 6 saves for this. Maybe after Walker, I see if I can do this one, because there is some crowns and some of those materials that I actually need for talents for Sucrose. So let's do this one test run thing. I'm not pulling for Varka. I just want to let people know I'm not pulling. I'm skipping Varka. I'm trying to save up and see if I can get Scurf and now I'm not gonna lie, Varka does hit heavy, and the combo looks dope. But as you can see, it only depends on if we got the right team. And besides Venom, I don't have Durin, and I don't have Venti.
To peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nod-Krai on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
Okay, so we viewed the letter. So what the hell are we doing? Oh my god. No. Don't care about whatever's who's blocking the fucking what you call it, the story. Like I mean, I'm glad they give us the option to get, but I feel like we shouldn't even have an option for that. It just should not be interrupted regardless of what world quest that's out there. Like, fuck that shit. Yo, how far?
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nod-Krai?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We barely caught our breath since Nod-Krai, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rapier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the wild hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rapier of Solnari.
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Right. My mom was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh. They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Whoa, bring it on!
Who the hell is that?
like that.
look like a fusion of Kaya and
The bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti? I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
Oh, so you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the... Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Eloan, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh?
oh, he's a cryo user.
Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nod-Krai either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Gee, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Nika, Inepa, Lolan. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes a Lot.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes a Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are, to use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, oh, sorry, Ruindard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
That Barker is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time, I'll need some time to mull over my response. Verka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas. Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me?
Maybe.
Surely office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted. Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Well, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets. We will make our triumphant return.
Without the erasure of Sonari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nod-Krai will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now.
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to...
Yes, Grandmaster.
We meet again, Andreas.
Okay.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. I was hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas.
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by.
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity.
Okay.
Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight.
Okay. To those who embark on the expedition. I was wondering when that title was gonna pop up.
That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebration. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes-A-Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean? exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
I'm on bet there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these are there too as well.
Really? Oh, that would be a great help. Thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some
Great. But I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas's trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an So, honorary knight, if you have the time, do you think you could help me out with my special training?
No. No, no, nobody knows. You will not get my help. I will not waste time trying.
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you're just whining and complaining, you.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one. On another note, have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once Varka returns.
Doesn't sound like it, the way the look that she had earlier.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the Angel
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely.
Okay.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Oh my god. Yo, why y'all got Klee in there, man? Y'all messed up for that. Let's go talk to this bitch.
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Burke is coming back. The situation in Nod-Krai is stable. Surely things are
I'll be
looking
right back.
up.
true. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor. And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? There's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nod-Krai.
Huh?
So basically, Boris is from Nod-Krai.
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nod-Krai, although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nod-Krai's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varga wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nod-Krai, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Hiya, Rosaria! D-Luke! I knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
Huh?
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then, but my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said, but don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, kind of like the contingencies Gene was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh? Traveler?
true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual. Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait. And then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago. Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennia. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself. But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight. But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the blood-stained knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts. It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking D-Loop to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
Huh. Turns out Bark is a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about... Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland. That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
Yo, why am I keep pressing the other button? I'm so used to the freaking what you call it? Freaking star rail when I could just press the select button and it'll show me the map.
What's going on here? Was both of them always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about the Wild Hunt. What are they doing here? 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh! She didn't even realize she was taking one!
Oh my god.
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolfpack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land, and our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves. A familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now. Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nod-Krai didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should...
Hey, at least we didn't have to walk all the way down here.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight. We meet again, human Lubicon.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nod-Krai to Mondstadt? How is that even?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andrius, the source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nod-Krai, from whence I came.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can he be in two places at once?
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andrius, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Told Bard? What are you doing?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this?
As you will.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Sealy Hall. Enchanted raging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Nod-Krai. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nod-Krai. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Nod-Krai has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nod-Krai yourself. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nod-Krai must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka...
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nod-Krai. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will...
Razor, give me your eye. Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas. It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him...
The Dominator of Wolves you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have 500 years ago. Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in not. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably. All right. Over to you, Dvalin.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
Alright. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster, it's...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And I'm on too.
No, you're not the reinforcement. You'll never be nothing.
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahirs, but they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry. Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for...
So that Wolf of the North look-alike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the bloodstained knight? Forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Or we just...
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we can do about him. True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible. Especially now that Yuri... The difficult part is, we can't kill him right...
Huh? What do you mean? Is he...
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nod-Krai to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul.
strengthened to compensate. Or, when the main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the bloodstained knight.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Barir's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andreas as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nod-Krai somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
You can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix...
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In that land, the passing of the Pyro-Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster. Come forth, Boreas.
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me.
That was Boreas's final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andrea spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andreas' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nod-Krai and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nod-Krai, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for not just the wild hunt in the Abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nod-Krai.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection, but I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nod-Krai, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nod-Krai. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the wolf spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the 3rd fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location. The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andreas' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't
Yo, Joe.
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the wild hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss
Yeah.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meal.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second Wolf Spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with Fragment 3, be sure to give me an update. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in. All right, time is of the essence. Let's move on.
Wink Warrior. What's up? How's it going? I've been fine. What about you?
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa, whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstack's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle?
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Wait, what are we supposed to do? Like... This shit is not lighting up. Respectfully, no. I'm being honest. Respectfully, no. If you're not here to watch my live stream, chat with me normally, then you should not be here, because What are we doing here, bro? I really don't know. Yo. Stay there. Like. Wasted a burst for no reason. I'm confused. I don't know what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Talking about destroy the obstacle.
once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you lie?
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow.
The
If
fuck?
pledging allegiance to the abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a we got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable. Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe approach. But that's not the only reason. Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy enemy. Understanding our foe is our surest path to defeating him. Let me think. How is it explained to me? Actually, neither do I.
Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say. Wait, don't tell Paimon that's what actually...
I thought it might mean something to you. But never mind. I'll explain it more traveling. When you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts, and you were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net, this is what I've heard.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events to get. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland. How are we supposed to use thoughts to...
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and...
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight. After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen wanted to deliver this letter to him, but trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonius headquarters.
Quite the antique, then. But...
Yeah.
Yo, Panama, shut up, man. This is why we don't continue on. Like, this is why we don't continue on, because, like, you keep asking these fucking questions. Like, shut up.
But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts?
Now blame Hoyaverse for this.
Can't hurt to give it a try, surely. distance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the vision. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you. Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan back then. That about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again. No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking. If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Oh, there has to be another way. Like a backup plan?
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! You guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved the Wolf Spirit fragment here. Any progress with...
No. It's a total disaster. More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one. What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting on... Fill me in. What's the situation?
We ran into resistance almost as soon as we set off. Albedo said we should split into 2 teams and continue searching while he and the others kept the Wild Hunt.
Good call. Locating the Wolf Spirit fragment is our key objective.
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided. The 2 teams are holed up here and here. They should have a clear idea of the fragment's location by now.
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops?
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves...
The logistics company is standing by.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating situation. The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the situation on the front line, they requested to be dispatched immediately. They are currently nearby awaiting orders.
Amazing. Just in the nick of...
Hey, seeing as you can fly and all, shouldn't you be the one out here
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, I will only be able to return to the battlefield after another 5 minutes. Please, the logistics company has very limited provisions, only enough for a single battle. Which team should they support?
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately. Yehoda? goes on. Are they getting reinforcement? Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area. Look for terrain we can use to our advantage.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying
Good. Wait for my signal.
Logistics company, deploy.
Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Thank goodness you're here.
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready. Was that the signal to say they're ready? It's showtime. Fall back. Yes, sir. Time to get serious. Ready? Fire! The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be a while before they're strong enough to pose a real threat. Use this time to catch your breath and fill me in on everything you've learned.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search area between us and the Redniki. Maybe they'll be able to narrow it down.
Either way, I was about to go lend them a hand next anyway.
Absolutely.
We've run right through our supplies. We'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that now that they've lost their numerical advantage, they're no match for us.
Understood. Everyone got that?
Yes, sir.
Maria sweeping in! Burn! Thunder! Thunder! there's chivalry, Sir Roland.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. Were this body not a false one created by the Wild Hunt, nor would I countenance those monsters to taint our duel with their presence. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine, regardless of whether the path to it is the one I would wish for.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight.
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished duel.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies. It's Egbert I'm worried about. You still alive?
A moment there. I thought I might never taste the sweet wine of.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us. We can take care of our.
You're the only one still standing. Honorary knight? We can't lose our Varka. Please!
You're holding back, Knight of Boreas. I can tell. You do not wish to this duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god, while you dare not swing your sword with true intent. If you continue on this path, your plan is doomed to fail. How can a helpless lamb hope to tame the heart of a wolf, when the wolf has seen through the lamb's pain?
You're on to me already.
Andreas's question, Boreas's answer, the means to bear a soul. I knew it all 500 years ago. The false path may be wide and welcoming. Only destruction lies at its end. It is time to crush your futile. It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the abyss, Knight of Boreas.
For the next part, it's over to the Outlander who caught the wind. The sword is unbroken, but I can't sense the looks like I'm no longer in reality. This must be a space built from the entangled consciousnesses of Boreas and Roland. There's no way back. And all that lies ahead is the wolf's maw. Huh. Guess the only way is... Yeah. A Favonius sword. Who left this here? jump right over these obstacles.
Okay, so how am I getting up there? 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 Can't climb. Bro, I'll be trying to just get on the... Yo. Yo, I must be missing something here. Like, where am I going? That's what I had to do? Seriously?
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity,
Follow the follow for follow. What's your favorite pop? What do you mean favorite pop?
there has only ever been one way to save them from injustice. Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies! That's gonna leave a scar. Trying to keep up! Maria sweeping in!
Oh, you mean Funko Pops? Give me a sec. While I fight these annoying Philly trolls. Okay, the huge jump attack, I don't like it because it doesn't go after the enemies I want to hit. It jumps to another direction.
Maria sweeping in!
Okay. So, well, first, this actually is supposed to be here. You know, I do have a lot more. Not just, behind me. I have over there. I have a few in front of here. So my favorite one. I would have to say my Naruto Baron mode Funko Pop. That's probably my favorite one out of all these ones.
My old friend, this is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
Yeah, that one I got.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter. I can't hide from it. You must deliver it.
Yeah, that one I got online. The
Your path cannot end here. You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men,
Okay, so then we go fight this fight alone.
Step forward.
We go fight.
Is this the heart of the wolf?
After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I.
Mine
that
is
a
the
mortal's
last
prime
run.
is fleeting.
Which?
5 years, maybe 10. Age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind. Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky.
God,
Lit at dusk,
damn, where you at?
dead by dawn. Utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah. Be that as it may.
I haven't gotten any
Down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of a
Last
thousand
Rowan
stars.
Funko Pops. I mean, the only Ninja Turtle one I have is the one right there, Donatello, but because he's he's my favorite.
A 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out, and those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about fire.
Mine was Mikey. Cool.
Flame. A new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
A knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland.
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble.
Man, why are we doing this whole back and forth?
This is your final request. I shall do as you wish, Knight of Borea.
You're not quite how I imagined you. You don't seem half as crazed as the memories contained in the wolf's...
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you, I do not see a hero capable of slaying dragons. Just a lost soul who has wandered far too long. A shadow of the knight you once were.
Well, the Funko Pops you actually have.
I guess we have that much in common. Neither of us are at our peak.
The ray here of Solmari's forces have been defeated. And the Roland you see is but an imperfect image cast by the abyss. I wield the power that Roland did at his peak, but my heart and mind remain frozen in that blood-stained moment. Therefore, I, in my current form, am flawed. A knight cannot bear their own stagnation. After redeeming you from injustice and guiding your surrender to the abyss, I shall rectify myself and continue to follow the knightly path.
Huh. The world out there can bear no more of your torment. Your obsession clearly remains exactly as I had imagined. I suppose there's no chance to make you see the light.
No words can make a knight doubt his convictions, no matter how noble they may sound. Neither of us will sway the other, but you have long known this. Otherwise, why would you pin all your hopes on Boreas' single thought? But now the blade that once housed the wolf spirit has been shattered, and all you hold is a phantom that bears its form. You no longer have the means to change the situation, and no one will come to your rescue. This place shall be your graveyard, Lone.
Huh. Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it isn't yours. Forgetting where we are? This is the heart of Andreas, god of the North Wind. Andreas, can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the North Wind. How long will you allow yourself to suffer the domination of the abyss?
If this is your final gambit, I am most disappointed, Knight of Bori. Grand displays of heartfelt wishes cannot summon miracles. This world shows no such mercy to its inhabitants. Return. Return to the Layla. This is my choice. My memory. Is this the answer that I found at my journey?
Andreas, at long last, I have delivered your token back into your heart.
A knight of Boreas. Watch on. This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why? Your sword is broken. You no longer have the means to bear his soul. Unless... surely...
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupus Boreas will inevitably ravage, devour, and assimilate a mortal heart. As if human and wolf were being forcefully merged into one. If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced. Yet, I shall not dissuade a knight from embarking on the quest of his own choosing. Your heart, your soul, they are collapsing. No.
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf. Isn't that right? Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow the heart.
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. The true thoughts and memories were carried within you to avoid arousing my suspicion. You deliberately allowed Lupus Boreas' soul to assimilate your own, then be devoured by me. But how did you have the strength to fight while bearing such a
Compared to Lupus Boreas' decision, my sacrifice is nothing.
You have a stubborn will and employed an exception.
Can we fight this guy already? Like we just now
But
like.
this is not the way a true knight fights. The choice you have made.
Let's fight him. Like
your soul is now merged with that of Andreas. When he fully joins the ley lines, you too will fall. Neither Barbados nor the Traveler
just yet.
Ding dong! You got mail.
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on, to Mondstadt.
Dear Grandmaster,
To Varka. To Varka.
family.
Low pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Ah, the same way he was able to use that ancient old letter.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Uncle Varka! He's the right one!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine.
this is.
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
Okay,
After
Razor.
the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on, but they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius, but I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval.
My man said, I'm pouring down for my dead
Everything you
homies.
swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf. I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. like to talk about? My future. Huh. You may already have learned of this from Barbados or the Hexen Circle, but I glimpsed a reflection of the future in Barbarloth's scryglass. Correct. Although as things stand now, I believe we may have changed the course of the future, thanks in no small part to you. Still, after I've tied up some loose ends with the Knights of Favonius, I'll need to make another trip back north. There's still a lot of work to be done at the Nod-Krai stronghold. Besides, the first group of knights who volunteered to stay there have yet to be relieved of their duty. How could I simply abandon them?
Ah, how noble. But be honest, your main reason for going back to Nod-Krai is so you can dump all your work here on Gene again, isn't it? Wait, seriously?
I'm only pulling your leg. You'll be seeing a lot more of me in Mondstadt from now on. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. The sword was just a decoy. I carried his soul in my own heart. That was the plan I was most certain would work. The second half, though, using everyone's thoughts to guide me back out of the ley lines, I wasn't too sure that would work out.
All jokes aside, what would you have done if the Traveler hadn't been able to separate the wolf spirit from Roland's influence?
Initially, I was planning to have Barbados carry out that step. But when I approached him about it, he said there was a much more suitable candidate. The Outlander who caught the wind. Turns out our trust was not misplaced. Thank you. Then, I guess we'd have had to get Barbados to send a wind to blow me back home. But it would have come at a heavy price, and with no guarantee of success. Besides, I'd rather not have him expend that kind of power. It's a good question. A glass of the finest dandelion wine, perhaps? No doubt I'd have to pay for it with a secret stash of cash in my office.
You're dreaming if you think it would have come that cheap.
It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. Well, with the shadow of Roland vanquished, the Wild Hunt won't be able to consolidate their forces for the foreseeable future. A few knights will remain on rotation at the Nod-Krai stronghold, but everyone else will be sent home in waves. Albedo and Durin will come back with the first wave, so you should have the chance to see them again soon. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. All right then. I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the breeze for a little longer. For all
Too bad I didn't pull for him, so. So wait, I'm kind of confused. Where's the whole thing where like when they did the special program, they had like certain characters acting different. It's like they restarted the whole I'm confused. Unless I don't know, let's do this.
Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not
I guess this is the one that leads to that event.
Arthur remembers there used to be hydro slime hiding here, but it's gotta be gone now, right? Whoa! A fungus? Are those supposed to be in Mondstadt? Not that these are a real threat to us at this point, but still!
Did you hear that, Paimon?
Here. Huh? Why did someone hang Jumpy Dumpty mines all over this tree? What? But they don't look alike. You can't even eat them. Hold on. Could this be an event setup thing? Not a lot of people come here, but a bomb's still a bomb. If someone gets hurt by accident, Klee's gonna get marched off to the confinement room again. Yeah, but let's take a picture with the camera before we take them down. First the fungus, and now this? Something weird. If it turns out not to be event related, it'll be good to have a record of what we found. You couldn't just compliment Paimon's smarts like a regular person?
Because you're not smart.
Paimon will take it. Better than being called emergency food, at least. Anyway, it
We still
never
are.
hurts to be careful. We've seen through lots of tricks, but we've also gotten the short end of the stick a bunch of times, too. Paimon likes the optimism. Come on, let's get that picture taken. Then, get rid of these bombs. Fireworks! Guess there was no danger after all. Were those meant to welcome us or something? Anyway, we should be good here. Let's keep going. Huh. What was it Paimon said back then? Ah, right! Oh, wow! It's fish! But it's so light! Huh. Wonder why?
Wait, why is it showing Klee? Are you serious?
She must have asked Jean to write that letter so we'd lower our guard. No, wait. Maybe that was Alice just pretending to be Jean. Hi, Mom. Wouldn't put it past her. Yeah, the surprises were nice, and the statue is pretty cool. Plus, we got to take a little trip down memory lane. Wait, what do we do now, though? There's nobody around. If this is some sort of elaborate prank, guess we're in it until the... Huh? What does that mean? Oh, yeah. Guess all there's left to... Maybe it'll give you the power of pyro or something. The world opens itself before those with no... We can't reach those from here, and Master Jean says it's not polite to just take people, so pass them to me when no one's looking. Resonate. It's like how bless. Have the best day.
Oh.
You were right. Alice is full of surprises. Good guessing on your part. Let's keep going and see what else we find.
What server am I playing? America server.
Anyway, since he's here, that must mean we're about to meet another old friend in these woods.
special welcome ceremony meet the mark?
It was very... you, that's for sure. Paimon can't believe the Knights of Favonius let you go that far.
I'll be right back.
magical bubble was created at the request expedition in Nod-Krai coming to an end, the knights will be home before.
Varka thinks it's better to give people time to reunite with their families, so he told Jean to hold off on a huge welcome reception for now. Of course, Jean has her own thoughts on the matter. You can get the details from.
As things stand, we're keeping the reception small, but there will be some activity. This magic bubble is one of them. The returning knights can use it to catch up on all the major events that have occurred in Mondstadt while they were.
Simply put, it's a reenactment of your.
Indeed. The ultimate goal is for everyone to have a chance to take part in the excitement.
So, what about the parts that took a few, creative
Oh, those were there because the bubble world is still being transcribed and debugged. Memories are easy to extract, and the resulting information density is fine, but it's not exactly a stable medium. If memories are the only thing used to recreate a world, it's hard to ensure a lack of deviation. For example, these memories belong to Venti, but even for someone like him, whose memories are quite reliable, there is bound to be some variant. Not to mention, on their own, memories lack an interactive component, so I added some self-deductive capabilities to this magic, which exacerbated the instability issue.
Yeah.
For instance, say we're recording memories and Lisa happens to fly into a fury over some overdue library books at the same time. A powerful thunderstorm might unfold in the bubble world out of nowhere. Luckily, there's a simple solution. We just have to send someone to scout things out first. Then we can manually correct anything that doesn't.
Exactly. Plus, once the recording is complete, the magic will loop, so there won't be further deviations, and we won't need real people to act the. And before it's all said and done, we'll be sure to cover up your identity event.
Much appreciated. Otherwise, buying around at the Angels share is gonna be much more of a hassle.
Like you're the one who does the buying.
It's then will allow you to be the first to relive these precious memories, and in return, you'll be our eyes on the inside.
Yeah, but it sounds like fun. Besides, we already snapped a few pics of some potential bugs. Like that weird statue.
Oh, no, Paimon. That one was entirely
What?
As the creator of this world, I'm afforded a bit of creative license, I would think. Creating this bubble was no easy task. Is a little personal touch too much to ask?
I doubt anyone will mind. As far as I'm concerned, you're free to do as you please. This is Mondstadt, after all.
Oh, well.
In that case, we'll be counting on you to
It's still early. Why not?
Yeah, we'll go say hi.
Think nothing of it.
That's quite a crowd over there. Is someone doing a performance? Let's go see.
Yes, good work. We'll go with this setup.
Hey, Jean! We're here!
Honorary Knight, Paimon, welcome back. Did you have a good time in Alice's magic bubble?
Yeah, it was so cool! Paimon's looking forward to getting back in.
I'll be sure not to spoil it then. I imagine you might be interested in what went into the prep. I loved the idea when Alice brought it up, but I knew it would take a great deal of reenactors, not to mention recruiting Dvalin. Luckily, Venti, or rather, Lord Barbados, agreed to help. After that, I opened up recruitment to the people of Mondstadt. Countless volunteers jumped at the chance to reenact your stories, Honorary Knight. It took me 2 days just to read through all the applications. A lot of people have gotten involved, and that includes quite a few familiar faces as well.
Are you one of them?
Yes, according to Alice, I'm one of the leading ladies.
Yeah, there are other activities here too, right? Sounds like there's a lot on your plate.
Well, such are the duties of the acting Grandmaster. I'm used to it. For those of us who have been holding down the fort, so to speak, the return of the expedition team is a matter of great. The Grandmaster contacted me and said not to organize a grand reception on their behalf, and I understand where. I'm sure the team will be exhausted upon returning, and making a big fuss might just tire them out.
I'm sensing a butt in there somewhere. Tone Deaf Bard said you had other ideas.
initial welcome might help them feel at home and react. Not to mention, it's a chance for the people to show them no matter how long we've been apart, we're still family. Yes, absolutely. And I don't know, perhaps I am overstepping. I just hope the Grandmaster...
So, besides the whole bubble thing...
Here, I'll show you. First, this is an arena we've set up to showcase Favonius blade work. The cavalry company is...
Ooh, that means we'll get to see Kaya on...
That's right. Compared to...
Here is modest as...
Over here, we're running a wind glider speed shooting event. It's not hard to guess who's in charge of this one, I'm sure. Yes, her gliding skills are top-notch, and she's quite creative when it comes to event design. Be sure to check it out. There's also a booth that will serve as a reception area where people can relax and chat with each other. A few simple games will be available. Hertha is in charge of the drink stall, but we're still working on the menu.
Well, the more alcohol options, the better, I think. The expedition team likes the strongs.
Fair point. Huh?
What's with that, Faye?
Grandmaster, you're back? Has the entire team reached... Apologies, we're not quite done with the preparations, but I assure you, it's limited to what you see here. We're exercising the utmost...
Hey. Relax, Gene, relax. No need to get all formal with me. I split from the group to make it back first. Pretend I'm not even here. Besides, I knew you'd want to surprise us, no matter what I...
Oh.
If I didn't tell you to put on the brakes, I knew you'd go full throttle and start planning the next Ludi Harpastum or Windbloom Fest. You put so much pressure on yourself, diving headfirst into the deep end without thinking about how much is on your plate. I just didn't want you to overwork yourself.
Oh, wow. That's actually...
Well, looking out for my fellow knights comes with the job. As for the event, food, drink, and fun in spades without too much pomp and circumstance. Yeah, just like a Mondstadt festival should be. The team will feel at home in no time.
Damn, we just lost to Otto.
That's far too kind, Grandmaster. But, thank you.
I mean it, you know? Just trust my judgment. Anyway, you two got a set. Now that I'm finally back at my old stomping grounds, let me treat you to a meal. I'll even introduce you to the Good Hunter's secret menu.
Ooh, nice.
What's wrong? Not hungry?
Actually, Grandmaster, there's a few things I'd love for you to look over. Since you seem to have some time, perhaps we could go back to headquarters.
Hang on. You know this is just a pit stop, right? There's not going to be time for me to take over the whole shebang.
Of course. Still, you are the Grandmaster.
Oh, you have no idea what this means. I'll be trapped in the office until
It's not that dramatic. If we make haste, we'll finish before dawn.
As much as Paimon wants to check out that secret menu, you should at least do some work now that you're back.
All right. Guess I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm in this live stream here because I wouldn't even have a time to do another 5-star character side story. Anyway, I mean the only thing we can do is continue on with that, but I'd rather do that in my own time. So the only thing I say, yeah, we finished Varka side quest story. And that's about it. there's nothing else for me to say about. So before anything, yeah, so let's start out with the YouTube side. Wink Warrior, don't ever come back to my live chat ever again. Just don't come back. And I already reported your ass as well. So Dazi or Dazai, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. Anybody else that was new to my YouTube channel, new to my live stream, or gonna watch this as a video once this live stream ends, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video an awesome thumbs up. Also, I appreciate if you share my videos to other people, let them know about my channel, the live streams I do, gameplay recordings, short reel videos, or anybody who is a fan of open world type games like this, or anybody who's a fan of any other Horrorverse game besides this one, you already know, send it my way. Twitch side, if you were new to my Twitch channel or new to this Twitch live stream, then appreciate you hit that follow button and share my Twitch channel to other people, let them know about the live streams I do there. And Swiper Defox, thank you for stopping by, I truly appreciate it as well. So now that I gotta change things around with live streams, since I decided not to do Expedition 33. Now what's gonna happen is tomorrow we're gonna focus on what you call it, Zenless Zone Zero, and then I'm actually gonna make Wednesday Arknight Enfield. We're gonna go back to that. But Thursday ain't gonna be no live stream, and then what I'm gonna do is I'll probably come back to Arknight Enfield on Friday, and then like I said, I'm gonna try to see if I can do a Liddy live stream Saturday. Still gotta figure out some things, but let's see what happens. But that's about it. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time in part 136 live stream of Genshin Impact, which I think the next live stream is when I'll wait for the reruns for Skirt and the other character to arrive, and then we could probably do her side character story. So that's about it. Till then, peace.